Hey everyone, in this video, we're going to talk about the market, we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and if you haven't yet, please smash the like button because it really helps the YouTube algorithm, and if you're not subscribed and you're interested in stock market videos, deep dives into individual stock names, please subscribe. Now let's get into it. Now, the first thing to address is that it's been a while since I've uploaded my last video, so I'm sure a lot of you are wondering why I stopped uploading and why am I now planning to start again. Now, the reason is somewhat simple. When I started uploading, I was having a lot of videos doing thousands of views, even tens of thousands of views, and I just noticed towards the end of my uploading that I just wasn't getting many views, a few hundred views a video, and I figured it just wasn't worth the time and effort. Now, since then, the market has crashed significantly, and I've just felt there's a few things I could add and some value I could give to the few hundred people that were watching. So I decided I should make an update video, and I should probably talk about a few different stocks now that they're in different positions than they were in the past. And talking about the past, let's just go over a little bit my past versus my present. My positions have changed a lot since the past uploads, so take each upload I post as a present opinion of any single stock. I always am adjusting and questioning my thesis on why I bought something and if it still holds my thesis. I also compare my holding opportunities to new opportunities that arise. So even if my thesis still holds, if a new opportunity has a just as good of a thesis, but an even better return since it's got crushed, I may move money from one stock to another simply because there's just a better opportunity, not that the first opportunity has got any worse. I say this because a lot of people have asked me if I still hold certain positions that I've posted about in past videos, and as time goes on, some I still have, some I've trimmed, some I've completely sold. So I just figured let's just clear that out and just explain that when I post a video, if I say I'm buying something, it's because I'm buying it. Whatever position I've shown, it is what I've had in that moment. But after time passes, don't expect that just because I posted one video a year ago that I'm going to hold that position exactly the same going forward. I obviously am going to adjust, and I adjust daily. I'm on the market and trading on a regular basis, Monday through Friday. And this obviously also goes for larger positions. There's positions as well that I have larger positions today of than I've had in the past. So let's just get into the market now in general, though. So first, we're going to start with the bad, and the bad is clearly that stocks are down massively. The S&P 500 year to date is down around 17%, but when you look at individual names, it's significantly worse. For example, if you look at Meta Platforms, formerly Facebook, they're down 67.5% in the past year. Disney, a family company that is, one of the most stable companies in the past, now it's down 41% year to date. Alphabet, Google, you would think you could be safe in them, 35% down in the past year. Rivian, new EV player with a partnership with Amazon, down 76.5% in the past year. And the list goes on. Even companies like Boeing, down 35% over the last 5 years. I mean, just to get an idea of how cheap certain stocks have become. And the final stock I posted here is just showing that even Amazon, down almost 50% in the past year. Now, fundamentally, a lot of these stocks were way too expensive at their peaks. While others have been beaten down far too much, some maybe deserve to be beaten down. Now, each stock has its own story, and that's what I want to get into going forward. I want to break down individual stocks, understand what their true worth is, what their possible future worth will be, and now that brings us to the good. So, in a nutshell, the stocks being down so much present incredible opportunity for long-term stockholders. I put this chart here of the S&P 500, and I just am doing this to show you that I said year to date we're down about 15, 17%, something like that in the S&P 500. Well, from 2007 to 2009, we were down during that crash 53% in the S&P 500 as a whole, not just individual names. We're talking about the whole S&P 500. Now, obviously, during that time, it must have been incredibly tough for people invested in the market. But if you just zoomed out, you would notice that not very long after this 2-year period did we eclipse the prior peak highs. Now, the market didn't just get back to where it was. It's clearly, if you look at the chart, went far beyond where it was. And again, we're in this situation where the stock market is down and, it hurts to be in that moment. But that presents opportunity for long-term investors because over the long run, what you're betting on is American companies being larger in the future than they are today. And I think that's a pretty safe bet to make. Now, I'm not one who just puts money in the S&P 500, and for the people that don't have time to invest in individual stocks, nothing to knock about that. But me personally, I like to pick individual names that I think have greater opportunity than that. And now's the best time to be doing that. Now, there are clearly recession fears. Elon Musk, BEZOS, many other brilliant minds are fearing that we're heading into a recession in 2023. My personal take is that we're already in a beaten down market, kind of recession market, and no one knows when things are going to turn. Anyone who says, oh, things are about to turn around, like, and are going to give you an exact day and time or exactly when the bottom is and call it, I call BS. So I just think of it like this: be smart. If you're not leveraging yourself, if you're not using margin or options, and if you're not putting in money that, for example, you're going to need to take out next month for something you need it for, if you can actually just leave this money there, then invest what you have to put in without being leveraged, and dollar cost average, add monthly what you can add, and buy it as it gets lower. And because the truth is, no one knows when the market's going to turn. So at the end of the day, you just want to be in the market for when it does turn, and you want to build up your position while things are cheap. And the cheaper it gets, and the longer that lasts, the better it is for you. The market can turn around tomorrow, or maybe it's going to take another 2 years from now. But the truth is, if you're in this for the long run, it doesn't really matter. In many cases, it taking 2 years would actually be a better thing for you. Now look, I've been trading for a long time. Many people look at this market we're in as a negative thing. And of course, it feels that way when you've lost a lot of money and you've been in the market as it's going down. But that said, this is where fortunes are made. The people that stay strong through this market and add and accumulate into an amazing company that's trading at a discount, those are the ones that get rewarded at the end of this tunnel. The truth is, the market does not always give us these types of opportunities. So it's important to take advantage when it does. We're not always going to get stock market 50%, 60%, 70% below 52-week highs for great names that are usually trading at their 52-week high for years and years and are constantly growing their revenue, growing their profit. We're not always going to get these types of discounts. Now, that said, don't just go and buy anything that's at a 52-week low, because some names deserve to be at that 52-week low. Their theses have changed, their growth has stopped, etc. So that brings me to my next point, my future uploads. I plan to give updates on individual stock names, what I think about them, and if they're buys, sells, holds, my opinion on them, and deep dive research into their fundamentals, their books, their futures, etc. But this channel isn't just for me. I already know the things I know. But this channel is to help the people that are currently watching, those few hundred people that watch these videos. I'm here to help you guys. You're subscribed, you need help, let's say, with a certain stock, or you just want to know a little more than maybe you've been able to find on the internet, well then comment that stock ticker below. Anyone that is listening, if there's a stock you want me to look into, you want me to do a deep dive into their fundamentals, go through their earnings reports, do everything I can to find some value for you in that stock, just comment the stock ticker below, and I'll know you're listening. I know that you might need some help on it, and I will do my best to add value. That is the purpose of this YouTube channel at the end of the day, and that is what I hope to bring in future uploads. Some value, some help doing these deep dives, and maybe help teach you to do the deep dives on your own, so when there are stocks in the future that I can't make videos on, hopefully watching the videos I have dug deep into stocks will help you do your own analysis in the future. Now, if you made it to the end, please smash the like button if you haven't, and if you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe. I look forward to reading your comments below and bringing you great content again. Thank you.